Hey going RPG fans. As you know, this is going to be my last week on YouTube for a while, before my 4-month hiatus. Before that happens, I've decided that I'm going to upload a few videos showcasing major parts of my RPG collection. And tonight I'm going to show off my PS2 collection. I want to give some advice to those who are new to RPGs. If you've never played an RPG in your life, I suggest investing in a PS2 because without a doubt, any other console in the history of consoles, it has probably the largest library of games to play. Certainly is a testament in the PAL regions that I think it did better with releasing RPGs than any other system ever. So I'm very fortunate to be able to play the games that I did. I know I have complained a lot in the past about certain games that did not make the PAL regions, the biggest one being Suikoden 3. But after writing up my checklist today, I'm actually quite thankful for the large number of games we actually did get. Alrighty then, without further ado, here's the games. Now I'm just gonna show them to the cam and pretty much just announce what it is. I might add some things, but anyways. First up is Tonelico 2, Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter, otherwise known as Breath of Fire 5, Castlevania, otherwise known as Castlevania Lament of Innocence. Fantastic game. A lot of people would be saying this really doesn't belong in the RPG pile. I kind of disagree. Granted, I do understand that the RPG elements in this are very few. It's more leaning towards action adventure, but I think it's enough to be put in my RPG collection. And most definitely is the case for Castlevania Curse of Darkness. This is an action RPG in the purest form. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Raito Kuzunoa vs Solus Army. Dragon Quest The Journey of the Cursed King, otherwise known as Dragon Quest 8. The reason we don't have them numbered is because this was the first official Dragon Quest game to be released in the PAL regions. What's really silly is they are now starting to number the games with Dragon Quest 9, so it's going to lead to some confusion, but I know where it stands. For all of you that don't know this is my favorite PS2 RPG. Absolutely love this game. Evergrace, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X-2, Final Fantasy XII, Growlancer Heritage of War. Absolutely love this game. I'm playing this right now. It's made me very interested in the Growlancer series as a whole, so definitely going to be looking forward to playing more games of this series. J-Cocoon 2, Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 2, Odin Sphere, Orphan, The Scion of Sorcery, Shin Megami Tensei Lucifer's Call. Absolutely love this game. Unfortunately, the disc just will not read. It will not read the disc. Whenever I get to the title screen, will freeze up, so it's most unfortunate. I've got to find another copy and finally beat this wonderful game. Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 2, Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3, Persona 3 FES, Persona 4, Phantasy Star Universe Ambition of the Luminous, Rogue Galaxy, the Sega Mega Drive collection. The reason that this is my RPG collection is because this does have RPG games, or I should just say RPGs. Otherwise that would have been RPGG. Anyways, the reason why it's in there is because it has Phantasy Star 2, 3, and 4, and it's got Sword of Vermilion. Star Ocean Till the End of Time, Suikoden 4, Suikoden Tactics, Suikoden 5, Yakuza, Yakuza 2, and last but certainly not least, Ys the Ark of Napishtima, otherwise known as E6. So that is my entire PAL PS2 collection. Now, here's the new checklist that I wrote up. I did a video a while back where I did read out a checklist. Ever since then I've kind of lost it, so I ruled up a new one. So the games that I need to get, first up is all 4 volumes of the original .hack games, which was Fection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine. R. Tonalico 1, The Melody of Ilimia. Ark the Lad, The Twilight of the Spirits. I actually have the NTSC version, but I can't play that, so I'm going to look for the PAL copy. Atelier Iris 1, 2, and 3. I actually owned all 3, but due to the bug near the end of Atelier Iris 1, I lost it big time and traded all 3 in. Now I kind of regret that. Now I have to go hunt for them again. Next game I got to get is Baroque. Next 2 games are Dark Cloud and Chronicle. I have no idea why I parted with these 2 games. I kind of parted with Chronicles because it was freezing up a lot and it was getting on my nerves, but besides that it was a fantastic game, so I can't wait to get another copy of both Dark Cloud and Dark Chronicle. Next up is Digimon World 4. Before the vow to collect every RPG, this would be the type of game that I'd stay the hell away from, but since I'm collecting every RPG, I might as well get it. Next up is Dynasty Tactics, then Ephemeral Fantasia. I think I might have pronounced that wrong again, but Eternal Quest, Graffiti Kingdom, Grandia 2, Kingsfield 4, Legaia 2 Jewel Saga, Magna Carta Tears of Blood. After playing this game for an hour, I did cry tears of blood, and I will make sure that I will get this for cheap, because if I pay any more than $20 for the game, I probably will cry more tears of blood. And next up is Makai Kingdom Chronicles of the Sacred Tome. Always been interested in picking up that game. I have all the Nippon Ichi games. It stands out too much. Next game is Mana Crimea, The Alchemist of Al Rivas, Mega Man X Command Mission, Musashi Samurai Legend. I actually owned that and completed it. It's not a bad game, not a great game. I wish I still owned it because it's become quite rare. Next up is Phantasy Star Universe. Then Shadow Hearts Covenant, and Shadow Hearts from the New World. I should really pick up from the New World. It's in nearly every store I come across. There must be a surplus of it. Then we got Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 1, Steambot Chronicles, Unlimited Saga, Valkyrie Profile 2, Wild Arms 3, 4, and 5, Wizardry, Tales of Forsaken Land, and last is Xenosaga Episode 2, which I did own, but took it back. So they're all the PAL games I need to collect to have a full PAL JRPG collection. There's a couple of games I missed out, but they're mostly Western RPGs. If I change my mind halfway through, I'll go get them as well. Alrighty, next up I'm going to just show off the very small NTSC RPGs I've got. I've got Ark the Lad, Twilight of Spirits, Suikoden 3, Suikoden 4, and Suikoden 5. All 4 NTSC games were were given to me by my brother. I will invest in getting, so very big thank you to him for that. But before I get any more NTSC PS2 RPGs, I actually want to get an NTSC system. If I did buy any NTSC games, it's probably just for the artwork or the fact that I have it. But at this stage, they kind of take a back seat to me collecting the PAL versions instead. However, here is the entire list of NTSC RPGs that I need to get. And first up is the .hack GU collection. Now, how this actually, I should mention before I go any further, how it's going to work when I collect my games is, if I've got them in one version, I will not collect the others. Like, if I can play it in PAL, I won't get the NTSC US version or won't get the NTSC Japanese version unless it's a series I'm very hardcore into. So anything I've already written for PAL is excluded in the NTSC list. Alrighty, continue on. There's Ark the Lad, The End of Darkness, Dokapon Kingdom, but I've heard that there is a Wii PAL version, so I might get that instead. Jewel Hearts, Final Fantasy XI, Forever Kingdom, Full Metal Alchemist 2, Grandia Extreme, Grandia 3, Growlance's Generations. That box looks fantastic, and other Marvel by working designs. Inuyasha, The Secret of the Cursed Mask, Kingdom Hearts Re, Chain of Memories, Magic Pengal, The Quest for Color, Mana Chromia 2, The Fall of Alchemy, Metal Saga, MS Saga A New Dawn. Now I believe that's a Gundam RPG. That actually highly interests me very much. Now I'm not hugely into mecha, but I love my Gundam very, very much. Next up is The Nightmare of Draga, based on the old Tower Draga games. We've got Okage Shadow King, Radiata Stories, Romancing Saga, RPG Maker 2 and 3, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner 2, Raido Kuzunoa vs. King Abaddon. Very sad that never came out in PAL. It's an NTSC only release. I do want to get that kick-ass box set with the Raido Frost plushie. It looks very cool. Now we got Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Now that's Lucifer's Call. The reason I want Nocturne is because it's got an awesome case, and I just want that to sit side by side with Lucifer's Call. Then we got Shining Force Neo and EXA, and I apologize to all the wonderful hardcore Shining Force fans. I know we should stay away from these two games, but I want a full RPG collection. So, and then we got Shining Tears, Tales of Legendia, Tales of the Abyss, Sugunai Atonement, Virtua Quest, Wild Arms Alter F Code, which is a remake of the first game. I was very interested in playing that back in the day, but very sadly never came out to PAL. Getting Xenosaga Episode 1, 2, and 3. I probably will get 2, because all of them are slim cases, whereas 2 isn't. So I keep them all to collection. And I want to get the NTSC version of East 6, because I love East. And last but not least, I'm going to just quickly go through my Japanese collection of 2. Suikoden 3 and Suikoden 4. Those are the only 2 Japanese games. Now, when I was rolling up my Japanese list, it could have easily taken another page and a half just to list all the RPGs in Japanese. So I'm just going to read out the games that interest me the most, that I really want to have in Japanese. First up is Shining Wind, which is the sequel to Shining Tears. Only came out in Japan. I actually did watch the anime series in its entirety, which took place in between, I believe. Really, really cool. Definitely want to play both games. Growlancer Collection, Growlancer 2, 3, 4, 4 Return, 5, and 6. All look wonderful games. I wouldn't mind collecting the entire series. Again, I want to get the Japanese version of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, and apparently there's a Maniacs edition that looks fantastic, and I really want that for my collection. Then we got Sega Ages 2500, I don't know that's how it's pronounced, Phantasy Star Generations 1, 2, and the collection, the Monster World collection, Dragon Quest V PS2, and Dragon Quest Shonen Yangus to Fushigi no Dungeon, which is a roguelike starring Yangus. That's worth paying every penny for. I really want to play that. And all the Taito East games, like East 1 and 2, Wanderers from East, Marcus of the Sun, New Fury, and Lost City Keflin, and lastly, Zwei for the PS2. So those are all the PS2 games that I am currently hunting for, and those are the PS2 games that I currently own. So guys, I hope you can tune in for the next collection. Until then, thank you for watching.